Welcome back. The fuel queues have resurfaced almost as quickly as they disappeared, and Nigerians are groaning with frustration. Understandably, as a result of the situation, the Minister of State for Petroleum, Dr. Ibe Kachuku, has apologized again to Nigerians for the prevailing long queues showing up at petrol stations, saying that all is being done to address the situation. Dr. Kachuku also explained that the 3 refineries in the country are back, but not working at full capacity, and what he would love to see. He also pointed out that he was doing his best to deal with the fuel crisis and the worst that the nation has experienced in the last decade, saying as long as the refineries do not work in and we do not have the foreign exchange to bring in the products, we will have problems with fuel. Dr. Kachuku is urging Nigerians to be patient as the government puts strategies in place to make petrol available. Well, I don't understand what's going on. So I have energy correspondent Olu Phillips here to help us make sense of what's going on. Olu, we seem to be going back and forth here. I mean, today we're talking about why the queues are no longer there. Then we're talking about why the queues are back. So why are the queues back?
Well, it had to happen. It was going to happen. And when you have categorical statements, for instance, coming from the Vice President saying it's time to make hard decisions as far as subsidy is concerned, then it tells you automatically where the pendulum is swinging. This is the second time we are coming into this situation, the first being shortly after the president took over last year, and when marketers were not very sure if he was going to pay outstanding differential, what you call subsidy, on products that were imported. This is another time like that when it seemed like federal government is ready to deregulate. Howbeit, they don't want to use the word deregulate. They're looking for an easy way to come about price modulation. They've used the word price modulation.
Yeah, but that still doesn't tell us why there is a scarcity.
Well, clearly, I mean, scarcity occurs when supply is dimmed or when there's a protracted supply break.
So what's the problem now?
What we gather from the industry practitioners is that marketers are skeptical about the kite that has been flown by the federal government as far as this is concerned. Now, so it just follows that people will step a little backward in importing products.
When you say people, you're talking about the marketers, right?
Anybody who is in the business of bringing petroleum products
okay.
will step back right now, because if I was one, I will step back. Because if a new price comes in, remember, this is not, you don't go to the shop floor and shop for these things. It takes a lot of process. You have to raise letters of credit. You have to do what you call throughput arrangement, the trucking, the vessel arriving, discharging a lot. It takes about 2 weeks, 3 weeks to get all of this sorted out. So if I buy at a certain price, I'm assessing forex at the cost of $325 to $225 now to $1, and I bring in a 30,000 metric tons of PMS at maybe $30 million, and there's a price change, whether up or down. Nobody is Father Christmas. If you do, Nigerians will bless you, pray for you, but that's how much it goes. So you should expect that when there's this kind of pronouncement, people would step back a little in bringing in products because they're not sure what the market will be. What government wants to do is they are cleverly going to allow the market forces determine the prices.
Okay.
And I tell you, sometime from this month, officially, price of fuel will go above 100 naira per liter, because the Minister of Petroleum had said abundantly, and made it abundantly clear, that there isn't any more forex to pay for the differentials of the landing costs of petroleum products. And while you're also talking about crude oil prices going up or down, it has a way of affecting domestic price. So if it goes up, production goes up, cost of production goes up, cost of importing this product goes up. So there will be need to pay differential in a regulated regime of 97 naira or 86.650.
Okay, we hear the minister apologizing to Nigerians, and then he's also asking us to be patient, but we don't hear him telling us solutions to this current problem.
Which of those part of the words don't you understand? Be patient mean it will continue. He has apologized. There's nothing I can do. Market forces have to come in. I don't have monies to pay. If it is a regulated regime of 86 naira, and you bring in product and it lands above 86 naira, who is going to pay the differential? I don't have the money to pay. That's what the minister is saying. And if you listen to what he said very carefully, he said we are coming up with a plan, in the next few days that will allow us develop a price modulation grammar. Bottom line, we are going to allow market forces determine. So if a marketer A brings in a product and it lands at 19 naira, he's going to try to sell at 92 or 95.
Okay, so the minister says, you know, that refineries in the country are actually working, not at full capacity, but they're working. But are we benefiting already?
We should be benefiting from it, if not for the back and forth we're going with the supply lines or the stock lines that keeps going off. Some guys believe these things shouldn't work. They keep perforating it. He just got repaired. It's been perforated again. And even at that, that's just like half of what we require. Remember, every day and any time a car dealer sells a car in this country every day, the consumption rate increases. You also have power supply problem where people now also have to demand more in terms of PMS. So it would be nice for the refineries to come on stream very quickly and run at full capacity. Everybody prays for that. But a lot of negotiations need to go on as far as having these things sorted out.
Well, it is understandable when you say other marketers do not have the products, but when it comes to, you know, the main national marketer, which is the NNPC, they should have the product, but yet NNPC petrol stations are empty because they don't have fuel.
They are not going to flood those petrol stations with water. They're going to flood it with petroleum products. And for crying out loud, you've been allocated 445,000 daily production, and you can't process all of that. You still need to send some out and import back and all of that. So, my dear, it was long coming, and Nigerians have to just learn to.
Olu, you paint a really bleak picture.
But that's the truth
for Nigerians, and it's really sad.
We missed the opportunity to do this last year, and I think the government is trying to save face by not deregulating almost immediately.
Very quickly, how much longer do you think we can go on like this?
I see a situation where all of this will only start stabilizing maybe in the final quarter of this year.
Okay, we'll leave it at that. Olu Phillips, energy correspondent here at Channels Television. And that's it on Network Africa. Thanks for joining us. I am Amarachi Ubani.